Hey there folks, RiniMT here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies part of the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Thank you Capcom Creators for the code. We just got the blood culture back to find out whose blood it was on the pottery. Let's find out. Because that was quick. Yeah. For history if it turns out to be the victim's blood. Please, please let it be someone else's. Ugh. It seems the blood. It seems the blood was not from the victim. Oh, what? Furthermore, a comparison with other parties involved with this case reveals that the blood belongs to one Hugh O'Connor. Score! Don't worry, Ginny. Just try to relax. His hands were dripping with blood. Your Honor, as we saw earlier, the witness's left hand had suffered a serious injury. He sustained the wound in a struggle with the victim, and his blood got on the pottery. Then, Junie saw his blood-stained hands as they passed each other in the first floor hall. It's the only explanation that covers everything.
Objection!
There is but one way now to turn aside her blade, but do not cast the blame on me. Your grudge is with Sykestono, for it is she who forces me to expose your secret. Fine. Whatever. Wow, how much dirt does he have on Hugh? The court will observe this odd-looking envelope. And was inside this that Miriam Scuttlebutt's script was found. Miss Scuttlebutt? But didn't the prosecution already claim that this envelope is the one that contained her script? Circumstances have changed. You see, Golden Boy had hidden this from us all. Let's see here. My word. Talk about the world's most painful paper cut. Indeed, you can clearly see that if this envelope is not opened correctly, powerful spring-loaded blade will shoot forth, leaving a horrible gash upon the hand. The only one who had been told of the correct way to open it was Constance Court. You see, you really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission and you'll wish you had it. I forgot her voice, so. Yikes! Miriam wasn't kidding when she said that. The blood on the blade is the witnesses. A genius here tried to sneak a peek at the wrong script and paid for his foolishness. Ouch! This guy's the worst genius I've ever seen! Don't worry, Athena. The wound isn't that deep. We've still got the wire theory. Yeah, I've got it. The blood by the window overlooking the maintenance area isn't the victim's. There's no longer any basis for denying the body was moved using the wire and banner. Therefore, the defense once again asserts just that. You call yourself a lawyer. You see that glaring contradiction in your thinking. Huh? The court would like to remind the witness that his role is not to point out. And you, how can you adhere to such outdated beliefs? But whatever. It seems you've forgotten the two statues that were on stage directly below the wire. A body, since sliding down that wire, would have crashed into them. Hard to explain that away. Why, I believe he's right. The statues and the wire are extremely close together. Oh, so the body would collide with the statues? What if they did collide? Wait, that's it. Speaking of those statues, we still don't know how they were broken. But if we assume the body crashed into them... That would also explain that loud sound we heard while we were in the waiting room. Oh, now that you mention it. You and Mr. Wright went out to the stage after you heard that sound, correct?
Objection!
Interesting. How very interesting. But may I ask just one question? When was it you heard said sound? It was a little after mock trial had started. Mr. Wright and I were practically bored to tears there in the waiting room when— Ah! Precisely. If that sound you heard did happen while the body was being moved, that would place it during the mock trial. Oof! Which means the body wouldn't have been there before the mock trial started. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. He said he saw the body before the mock trial. If so, then my claim that the body was moved during the mock trial doesn't hold water. Except it does, because he still could have seen it before if he did it. Stupid contradiction! It's gonna get me and our case killed! Focus was on just 3 suspects because the body was moved before the mock trial. That has been the major premise thus far. Your assertion therefore contradicts the very foundation of this case.
Objection!
Both sides still lacking controversial evidence. So, should we not also treat Golden Boy's testimony with some level of suspicion? Good point. Prosecutor Blackwell is on our side. I bet he's figured out the truth behind this case. Well, great, as long as he's not up to something else. The statues really were broken when the body hit them. Then Hugh's statement about seeing the body before the mock trial is a big fat lie. No, it's not! He still could have said it! Okay, Mr. O'Connor. Let's get to the bottom of this contradiction about when you saw the body. Look me straight in the eyes and repeat your statement to me. Like I said before, before the mock trial, the body was, no. I shall only say this once, Golden Boy. Let us tell the truth and do it now. That is, if your head wishes to enjoy the continued companionship of your body. Yes! Now out with it. Did you truly witness the body? Or were you just lying about it? Well, which is it? You what? I never saw the body. Are you sure about that? Lie to this court again, I'll charge you with perjury. There was no body on the stage. I've been lying about this whole time. I'm sorry. Yes, we've exposed Hugh's big lie for what it is. Why would he lie about this to begin with? Order? The base premise that the body was moved before the mock trial has been overturned. I imagine this has an impact on both the defense and the prosecution's case. Well, first I'd like to thank the prosecutor. This brings us one step closer to the truth. Now at least we know the body was moved using the wire and school banner. Indeed, that much I shall concede, Sykes Dono. I was moved, as you stated, in the midst of the mock trial. Both sides are satisfied then? If the body was moved before the mock trial, we have our 3 suspects. But if the move took place in the midst of the mock trial, is an entirely different story. Right. All 3 suspects were in the mock trial. That gives them solid alibis.
Objection!
How simplistic. Did you forget about the student in charge of the audio? Amidst the mock trial, she was the one soul who could leave and re-enter the lecture hall. What's this? Who is the person in charge of the audio? Oh no. How could I forget? It was... Hey, what's the big deal here? Why is Jeannie so large in the shot? Jennifer was also in charge of the audio. When she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music. The one who could enter the art room amidst the mock trial and move the body was none other than the accused Jennifer Woods, for she was in charge of the audio. No! Why, yes, I see. That does make perfect sense. This can't be happening. Instead of exposing Hugh's crime, Judy's in even deeper. But are we not going to talk about the other statue? There's another statue! No matter how you slice it, we're cooked. And here, I thought Prosecutor Blackwell was on our side, at least on this issue. A twisted samurai strikes again. Twisted? It's more like dirty rotten. Your baldness. It is time to put an end to this farce. The prosecution has presented a quite convincing case, but the defense has one last chance to voice any remaining objections. Well, Miss Sykes? Paulo, what are we gonna do? I've got nothing left. Nothing. Nada. Niente. Except the statue. The other statue. I'm trying to think of something. I'm drawing a big blank, too. Oh, poor Judy. Unless we figure out something, she'll be... Objection. Objection. Well, I object to... Stop right there. All ears to me. It's time you heard about the rare genius of Hugh O'Connor. Listen, and you shall hear the secret behind my perfect crime. Perfect crime? Wait, is this some serious deja vu? Didn't we just go through something like this yesterday? Yes, we did. It better not be another one of his enraging traps. The murder, the moving of the body, the cover-up, it's all sprung from my brilliant mind. Well, go ahead, arrest me. The real killer is right before you. Order, I say, Mr. O'Connor. You already confessed yesterday, then earlier today you recanted your confession. As if you mouth breathers could comprehend my genius. The end justifies the means. Now, bow down and kneel. Kneel before my great, maddening intellect.
Objection!
Enough. The only thing maddening is the ignominy you bear for all to see. It is impossible for you to have been the perpetrator behind this crime. There is no perfect crime, only a perfect alibi, for you were at the mock trial. It is silly that I must remind you of this, but you were a participant the entire time. There shall be no mercy if you persist in hindering this trial with your silly little act. Hugh doesn't seem the least bit shaken by Blackwell's threat. Listen, Mr. Prosecutor, calling that a perfect alibi is beyond contempt. Your Honor, I'd like to take this opportunity to further testify. I will now demonstrate the very moment of genius that transcended even that perfection. In this testimony, Hughes, time to take a water break. Hughes' confession. You won't believe this, but I used a body double. That wasn't the real me at the mock trial. That means I didn't almost lose. My body double almost did. I slipped out stealthily when my double took care of the trial. I had to run up the campus and ensure I'm the killer. Jennifer's innocent. I have a question I was hoping the defense and prosecution might help answer. Is it just me, or does the witness's testimony make no sense at all? No, it's not just you, Your Honor. All I got from listening to that was a headache. Yeah, that was just plain weird, especially the whole thing about a body double. Well, I'm relieved it's not just me. And the prosecution. Your boldness. Summon an ambulance this instant. The witness is stark raving mad. Yes, I think that would be for the best. Now then, let's pretend that never happened and move on to my verdict. You people don't believe me? And it's not a matter of not believing you. It's more along the lines of questioning your sanity. Yeah, the funny farm just called. They want their genius back. Show your pie holes. You looked up a genius. Transcends even logic. Besides, some of you guys have that weird device for testimony like this.
Objection!
Which is not a weird device, and I don't waste him on ridiculous testimonies. Easy there, Tiger. Think of it this way. We don't want a verdict to be passed just yet. How about we give witches a try? Well, this is against my better judgment, but I'd like to conduct a short therapy session. Your better judgment? I'm a judge, and it's far beyond mine, yet I find it hard to say no. Prosecutor Blackwell, just you have no objections? Prosecutor Blackwell? Prosecutor said, rubbish, we will be out on a stroll, then left with Detective Fulbright. How does he get away with stuff like that? Then I'll interpret that as meaning he has no explicit objections. Alright, Miss Sykes, you may proceed with your therapy session. I've seen my share of crazy trials, but this one takes the cake. Cake. Hopefully it is. Probing? Alright.
Got it!
I guess it's not it. Mr. O'Connor, this is what you're happy about. Happy? What are you talking about? Oh, okay. I used a body double. That wasn't me. The real me at the mock trial. That means I didn't almost lose my body double, did. I slipped out stealthily while my double took care of that. At the run of the campus. Sure, I'm the killer. And Juniper's innocent. I don't get it. His confession is overflowing with happiness. Maybe he enjoys thinking how his mouth readers can't comprehend his genius. That's way beyond normal happiness. He seems to take an insane level of delight in his confession. Even a normal level of delight would be weird for a confession. And again, he's not what I call normal. Hugh, why are you confessing? Who is this really for? I feel like that's the key to his out-of-control emotion. Here's the body double. Share that. And the run of the camp. This? The run of the campus? Oh yeah, this is what you're happy about. No. Okay, run of the campus. Sure, I'm the killer. Oh, he's probably about her being innocent. Or he's based about her being innocent. Mr. O'Connor, yesterday you said that you didn't really care about Miss Woods anymore. I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? Yeah, well, Juniper reported my secret to Professor Court. His secret? Oh, the bribe. She wanted nothing to do with me because I had disappointed her. That's why I don't care about her anymore. I was never trying to protect her. My confession was always about one thing only, the truth.
Objection!
Mr. Connor, you feel great happiness in the fact that you might help set Miss Woods free. So much so that it overshadowed all of your other emotions. What are you? I can hear it clearly now, Mr. O'Connor. The discord you've been trying to suppress. People don't normally feel like you do when you confessed. So Hugh really was trying to protect Juniper. Yes, I'm sure of it. Hugh's feelings for her are the real deal. Yay! 10% down! That means his confession is... Finally figure out the obvious, have we? Why? Crosshair Blackquill, you're back. The confession was not the lie, save for the part about being in the mock trial. And we all agree now that the killer is the one in charge of the audio, i.e. the accused. Yeah, why couldn't you have taken a longer stroll? No, you haven't unraveled the genius of my body double trick yet. You can't be serious. Do you really expect us to believe you had a body double? Yes, I do. But if you think I didn't, then prove it. Either we quit here and Jennifer is found guilty, or we play along with Hugh's delusion. Let's go with the least worst choice. But first, let me update his testimony. He's a body double. There was surprise there for some reason. For me, that means I didn't almost lose. There's nothing there. Slipped out. Around the campus. He's sad here. If he's the killer, why is he sad? I'm gonna go with that. Mr. O'Connor, this was his inconsistent with your testimony. Okay, I guess it's... back to the start. Okay. Surprise at the body double. Maybe? No. What? It's almost it. Looked out. On the campus. Feels sadness here.
Got it!
No. Feel the happiness?
Got it!
No, not the happiness. Let's see what they say if a body double. What a bunch of baloney. I know, but I can hear the noise. It means there's a contradictory emotion somewhere. Contradictory emotion? Everything he says is one big contradiction. Right, and that's why I can hear his inner voice loud and clear. Just think about Hugh and his competitive nature. Should be able to figure out the root cause of his discord. Competitive nature. Wait, it's the lack of emotion here.
Got it!
Isn't it? No. I think it is. I just have to... There's... Happy? Okay, that's the one. I didn't almost lose, you say. Very odd. You exhibited happiness the entire time, except during this statement. You don't know when to give up. Wait, now that I think about it. No, don't stop making stuff up! I thought the lecture hall? It was during Professor Mean's pre-trial speech. That's when I moved the body. I then slipped back in just before the verdict. So you're saying you were there the moment your double was about to lose? Yes, I was. Naturally, I wasn't happy when I saw that. In any case, I was at the far end of the lecture hall, behind the screen. Here, no one would see me if I came and went through the doors there.
Objection!
Dykes, Dono, how much longer will you indulge him in this charade? Bleh. Well, it's true that none of the audience might see him go through either of those doors. Faculty seats on the balconies are a different story and have a splendid view. Heh, I thought you could do better than that. The lawyer's bench is on the right side when facing the front of the hall. I use the doors on the right side near the lawyer's bench. That means my movements were only visible to someone on the left balcony seat. But that seat was empty at the time, which is only natural. After all, it belonged to Professor Core, and as we all know, she was already dead by then. That can't be right. Empty balcony seat on the left side contradicts this piece of evidence. Yeah, the fact we have literally the layout.
Take that!
I have no idea where this contradiction is going. I don't have any other moves at this point. So I'll just have to follow and see where this takes me. You said the left balcony seat was empty, but was it really? I saw it with my own eyes. It was definitely empty. But what about this diagram? According to this, Professor Means was supposed to be seated in the left balcony seat. But if you left the lecture hall during his pre-trial speech, he would have been standing there at his seat addressing the students and faculty. God, this can't be right. Yay, another 10%. Did no one any favors by exposing the falsities of his confession. I've told plenty of lies so far, but this part is true, I tell you. There was nobody in the left balcony seat. You gotta believe me. It doesn't seem like he's lying this time. Okay, Mr. O'Connor, let's have you testify again, but this time, don't spare any details. You got it. I'll repeat as many times as you'd like. I mean, my ingenious escape act warrants repeating, considering I'm the real killer. All I really care about is whether that seat was empty or not. The second floor was deserted. Why won't you believe me? It's true, I tell you. I went out through the back door without anyone noticing. Then all I had to do was go through the empty audio control room. It leads into the hallway, so it's perfectly capable of moving the body. Whoa, talk about a change in tone. Reads like a totally different testimony. Like he realized something terrible the moment he opened his mouth. If it's something he realized himself, his unease might also register in how he speaks. Right. I'll focus on places where he hesitates or stammers then. Second floor was deserted. I want you to believe me, it's true, I tell you. Went out through the back door without anyone noticing. All I had to do? He's stammering here. Right? And also he's like sad because the audio room is empty. Detect horrible sadness and fear rather if you said this part. It's as if you had said something you shouldn't have. What's wrong with you? You shouldn't reveal a person's inner feelings for all to see. Mr. O'Connor, it's you who is revealing your inner emotions by the way you speak. Plus, I have a good idea about why you're feeling sad. You're a horrible person. Can't you just leave me be? You said that you went through the empty audio control room, but that's not true, is it? There was someone who returned from there once Professor Means finished his speech. And that someone who was in the audio control room was... Juniper.
Take that!
Now you realize there was a problem with your statement as you were saying it. That's why you felt so uneasy. If the audio control room really was empty, that would mean Ms. Woods was roaming around the campus. Mr. O'Connor, if you really want to protect Ms. Woods, just tell the truth. If you believe in her, revealing the truth is the same as protecting her. Juniper's innocent. That's the truth. But in this dark age of the law, the truth can be easily twisted to serve anyone's needs. When the end justifies the means, your only choice is to fight back with lies. Hugh's heart won't hold out under this battle between truth and lies. There's something I can do to make him recount his false testimony? Fear nothing now that I have lost everything. Go ahead, Professor Black. Prosecutor Blackquill, cut me down if you wish. I thought you'd never ask. With you gone, we may swiftly proceed to a verdict. Yeah. He broke out of the shackles. Oh, God. I don't want to be the poor accountant down at the detention center. You, O'Connor, in deference to your valor, limit your suffering with one clean blow.
Hold it!
Could you wait just one moment before you cut him down?
Silence!
Do not come between me and something. Having to be a samurai spell with Sykes, don't I? I never learned about this in law school. Careful, prosecutor. Remember that shocking experience you had last time? Very well. Golden Boy may live. For now. Enough already, Mr. O'Connor. Miss Woods would never want you to protect her this way. She values the friendship between the three of you more than anything. That's where you're wrong. She doesn't feel anything for me now. But what does it matter anymore? I might as well tell you everything. This is, no doubt, news to you. But I am not, and never was, a genius. Sorry, I already knew. Me too. And don't forget me, though in all fairness it was pretty obvious. I thought he was a genius at first, but the stuff he said was crazy. No need to rub it in, just shut up and listen. It all started several days ago. I accidentally learned that my parents have been paying for good money for my grades. But that's bribery. So the bribery wasn't his idea? Oh, my perfect scores were the product of cold hard cash. Not genius. Even worse, when I confronted my parents about it over the phone. Juniper overheard me. Oh my, what a terrible misunderstanding. I've been living a lie. I don't know what else there's to say. I'm no genius. I'm completely worthless. A perfect 0. Hugh. Even so, I still want to make it up to Juniper for disappointing her like that. That's why I wanted to clear her name by pinning the blame on me. I mean, she probably hates me now, so it'd be a relief for her to see me locked away. If you were trying to help her, then why did you testify against her? You were the ones who told me to tell the truth yesterday, so I thought if I did, it would help her. He wasn't trying to provoke us? It looks like we seriously misunderstood them in more ways than one. At the detention center yesterday, Ginny was in tears when she opened up to me. But the truth is, the friendship between the three of them is still rock solid. If there were something that could help me prove that to Hugh... we even have proof of our friendship. Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. I know. What about that proof of friendship they mentioned? I wonder where or what it is. I didn't buy it. It's handmade, and there's only one like it in the world. Maybe it's... No, that's definitely it. That band around his neck. Mr. O'Connor! That band around your neck. If that's your proof of friendship, isn't it? Proof of friendship? Is that anything like a proof of purchase barcode? In court, evidence is everything. That's why the three friends created friendship bands. It's the evidence that proves their friendship. Oh ho, how very interesting and chic. If they have doubts about their friendship, they can look to the proof they have on hand. That's why Mr. O'Connor's hand always goes to his neck when he's pressured. It proves he still has feelings of friendship toward the other two. It doesn't matter if I wear it, if those two...
Objection!
But they feel the same way too. I know they wear their friendship bands somewhere. Ginny and Robin must both feel the same as Hugh. I just know it. Everything Hugh has said leads me to believe that. In fact, he may have also just told me that the others were their proof of friendship. Where they're easy to touch. All we have to do is think back to their testimonies. Ready? Ms. Newman holds her arm when pressured. And Ms. Woods holds her wrist. I know Ms. Woods very well. She would never abandon her friendship with you over something like this. And taking the blame for her will only succeed in making her terribly sad.
Oh. Robin, those bands of friendship that you made, just for the three of us. You may have forgotten about them, but not me.
Hugh!
Ah.
Hey, Hugh!
And to think, I should have known better than to doubt my best friends.
I didn't kill anyone. And I didn't have a body double. I didn't move the body. I didn't even see it. And it may look like I'm speed reading. Then in the art of mastering the bar exam. I haven't read a single word. Well, you could have fooled me. In fact, you did. You. Oh, Miss Sykes, can I place my trust in you? I'm gonna save Ginny. So yes, you can place your trust in me. Then might I understand that the witness is recanting his confession? Yes. Most roundabout trial. I much prefer the turnabout variety myself. Now we are back to the fact that there was but one suspect who lacked an alibi, which is, in the end, the truth you've been seeking this entire time. So we're back to square one. Now I'm exhausted and depressed. It probably doesn't matter at this point. I might as well update the mood matrix. Huh? Does this mean... Further resistance is futile. The time for a verdict is nigh.
Objection!
Please wait! What sort of devilry are you up to now? What if our client wasn't the only one without an alibi? The trial would continue, right? Well, yes, I suppose it would. But after such a thorough investigation, does such a person really exist? Yes, we found someone. It may have seemed like a major roundabout. Mr. O'Connor's testimony has cracked this case. There's no more noise. Hugh is telling the truth now. During the mock trial, the balcony seat opposite him really was empty, which now means there's one person unaccounted for. Bye-bye. Besides Ginny, the only other person without an alibi during the mock trial is the way I've been thinking for a while now. So they actually, the opening video actually didn't show it then, it would seem. But he was the one who was talking, or what, wouldn't he have been?
Take that!
Balcony seat was empty. That much is true, isn't it, Mr. O'Connor? That's right. How many more times do I have to say it? So basically, Professor Means wasn't where he was supposed to be during the mock trial.
Silence!
Need I remind you, every last soul in the lecture hall heard him deliver his speech.
Objection!
I know, and that's not in dispute here. I'll only explain how a speech can be given from an empty seat. It was pre-recorded. What if the speech was pre-recorded? That's the only way the speech could have been delivered from an empty balcony seat. Wait, are you accusing Professor Means? That's insane. I mean, he's the one who gave me the tape recorder. Take this to the police, he said, and tell them you found it. What? Really? Oh, wait a second. Mr. O'Connor, did you just say that Professor Means gave that phony recording to you? Phony? The defense will refrain from hurling unsubstantiated allegations. Well, I said he gave it to me, but what do you mean it's phony? Wow, who could have seen this development? Tape recorder updated in the court record. The voice shouting "You're a goner" as recorded on this tape was dubbed onto it using a line our client said in the mock trial video. Why this is an extremely crucial piece of evidence. Professor Means gave Hugh the phony tape. If that's really true, then Professor Means has guilt written all over him. Your Honor, the defense moves to call Professor Aristotle Means to the stand.
Silence!
He was never empty. 'Twas but an oversight by our dullard of a witness. An inmate who was formerly a surgeon once told me something. It's often all too easy to overlook critical symptoms.
Objection!
Well, we're not gonna overlook this oversight. If the speech was pre-recorded, the basis for suspecting your client would be shattered. We'll check with Professor Means and see whether the empty seat is a witness oversight. A verdict without first looking into that would be inconceivable. That's enough, both of you. Now, here's my opinion on the matter. While a surgeon overlooking critical symptoms is a problem, a witness's oversight, too, must not be overlooked. Thus, as to the matter of whether Professor Means was or was not in his faculty seat, I believe we must ask Professor himself. I agree. Professor Means should be here in the gallery today. Do as you please. You know what? We will question the truth behind all of this nonsense next time. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. Really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps her keep being content like this and more. Find links for that in the description below, along with the links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching. Thank you again, Capcom Creators, for the code. And until next time, this is Rinny MT signing out. Bye!